peeps? It's your boy, the Penguin, and I'm sitting next to my boy, the Watts.
Ooh, happy Halloween, everybody! As you can see, I'm festive because I'm obviously Dom DeLuise if he was cast as Superman. Hey, and you are
A guy with a shirt.
a member of the Haddonfield track team from Halloween. Cool. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Bablam. Alright guys, welcome to Studio Chat episode 5.
Happy Halloween edition.
And also a special happy birthday
For who?
for the Watts.
For me?
Happy birthday balloons. Happy birthday.
Presents.
Cake.
Cards with money in them.
Yeah, we do accept cards with money.
Legitimately.
So how's your day
You know
going?
what? Interesting. We just got a bonus from our job.
Yeah.
Oh, my birthday!
I got my bonus in my pooper.
Yeah, your bonus kind of screwed you with your taxes.
I hate it.
But my bonus got bonus.
I hate it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
on a lighter
It's
note,
supposed to be a happier day. Come on.
happy Halloween, which is my favorite time of the year. I'm just going to go ahead and strip this off. Can you hold this right here for me?
I got your mic.
Sometimes Superman isn't so super unless he's a macho man.
Macho man.
Got to be a macho.
I've got to be a macho man.
And pray the gay away. Pray the gay away.
What? Anyway, so since the last time we had a studio chat, how have you been, man?
I've been pretty good, man. Been rocking, been rolling, been rubbing elbows with some celebs. I think you have too.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I mean, this is our Halloween edition, but why don't we go ahead and process that last encounter that we had? Man, how cool was our weekend at Save, man?
Still riding that wave, I think.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Still on the high.
So, for those of you who don't know, but you should know because you should be watching our videos and subscribing to our page and seeing first for all things Wicked, we got to sit down for an entire weekend with actor Martin Klebba from Pirates of the Caribbean. And if he is not just the most stand-up, cool dude.
Very cool.
That no problem just being completely personable, cracking jokes, and just, chatting. There wasn't anything, I wouldn't say you had to be fearful of being starstruck and goes, oh my, I don't know what to say. The man immediately puts you at ease and he's like, hey man, I'm a regular dude, let's chill. And we had such a great time. We got so much more time and content than we ever could have expected. Purely a great launch to Wicked Turtle Productions and the future fame of Penguin in the Wild.
And he liked working with us. Trust me. We did podcasts, which if you can, if you go on the Facebook page at Wicked Turtle Productions,
Absolutely.
you'll see the podcasts that are there, the live ones we did.
Each day we did a podcast.
We were also mic'd up. If you go on our YouTube page, we will have the mic'd up versions of those too.
We'll have
on there.
links to that, obviously.
And that'll be on the Wicked Turtle Productions page.
Yeah.
But
each one of the podcasts, they were bolstering and advertisements for Save Against Fear from the Bodana group, but there's some gems in there because there was actual podcast type of conversation.
Oh yeah.
So we were
same stuff we do here on Studio Chat. Just
bunch
of friends get together and just talk.
Yes, we talk about a lot of things. We talk about movies and stuff like that. So.
And it was really cool. And we also encourage you guys to follow everything for him too.
Yeah, absolutely. Martin Klebba on Facebook. I know he's working on his fan page right now.
Yeah.
So follow him on Facebook. He's on Instagram at the Stunt Run.
Loves Instagram. He's a very big Instagrammer.
He said at the Stunt Run on Instagram. Yeah. So that's
all that stuff will be in the description below.
I mean, I can't say enough. I mean, we here at Wicked Turtle and Penguin in the Wild, we're so happy and grateful to be getting off to a great running start.
We also want to thank also Madonna Group too.
Absolutely.
They hosted us there. I mean, we actually sponsored Martin Klebba, but they
in
opened
part.
Yeah, they opened their arms up to us and just embraced them. The venue was cool.
Our area that they gave us.
The vendors was really awesome.
Yeah.
We got some really big things in the future coming with the content that we created there that you'll see. So you gotta make sure you what now? What you guys do?
Well, you gotta like, you gotta share, you gotta subscribe, and then you want to always see first on Facebook for all things wicked.
But anyways, but it was great. It was really great to launch the Wicked Turtle brand. We still have, like I said, we're still doing the Penguin and the Watch stuff.
That is, I mean, it's like there's Wicked Turtle.
That's our content.
That's the company. That's what produces it. That's who films Penguin and the Watt. We're still Penguin and the Watt.
Oh yeah.
All right?
Oh yeah.
He'll always be the Penguin. I'll always be the Watt unless I change my last name.
Gotta keep tuning in to the Penguin and the Watt because we're doing like I do live vlogs. I mean, we're doing unboxings. We got all kinds of stuff and content that's there. We're just saying, hey, go over to our productions page and give us a little love.
Well, you want to talk about the future of the original content that Wicked Turtle will be producing? We have the Penguin and the Watch show, which is produced by Wicked Turtle.
Yeah, the studio chat.
Turtle also is going to have some sort of original content, probably hosted by us, or we have a special guest maybe in line for our thought of a mini-series for YouTube called Tales of the Rideshare. We have heard so many great stories about people who drive for Uber and what's that other Lyft,
yeah.
and just the crazy things.
The crazy things that happen.
I'm not even going to tell you. Am I going to tell? No, I'm not going to tell you.
No.
Tune in for the show. We'll probably get one.
It's in the works. It's in the works.
I want to say we'll probably have one up by mid-December.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll
I don't know.
Just keep like, see, share, all that stuff.
Yeah.
For us to see when we're going to do all that stuff. Trust me, because we'll be launching on that. And plus our personal pages, whoever is our friends and family that follow us, they know exactly who we are. So, we will make sure that everyone knows. And plus, you guys are going to see a lot more traffic coming to us because we are finally getting in there to the point where we're advertising our stuff out there to get our
putting it out there, and because of Save, we made some pretty good contacts.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, we'll be at some cons and some events.
Coming soon is our spotlights, and you'll see that actually on the studio chat itself.
Yeah.
The studio chat, you'll see a thing will cut away, and we'll be like, hey, this is our spotlight mini that we did at the Save Against Fear or of this business.
Like we said, our thing with Martin Klebba, that should be up within the next few days. Our full. Almost an hour worth of a great interview with the guy.
Oh yeah.
You get to
he
learn.
gave us tidbits about pirates. He gave tidbits about everything that he's worked on. Some stuff that I've seen in different interviews for all that as I've been on YouTube and other media outlets that he did not give but gave to us.
Yeah,
so it is very exclusive.
Exclusive information. Not only that, but you get to learn about him and where he comes from and what he's about as a person. And that's what I want to know about a celebrity. I'm like, oh yeah, I know you were in the movie. Let's not talk about that. How did you get from where you were to where you are?
Yeah.
Because guess what? I want to get there.
Yeah. Plus, he probably gets a million questions about that type of stuff.
Right.
It's good
What's
to see
Johnny Depp like?
Oh. yeah. What really? But to ask him things like, what are some of your passions? What do you like to do? What's your favorite football team? What's your, do you watch football? Do you like sports?
All sorts of different kind of stuff that you might be interested in knowing.
But it was great. It was really great. It was a great thing to do. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Everyone was saying I was firing on all cylinders there, which was...
we saw a new side of the Penguin, man. We saw a guy
we saw the business type.
Yeah, he was making contacts, son.
It was good. And all the vendors and including Madonna Group loved everything we had to come up with because let's be honest, we were saying, oh well, you know what, we're not there for the money just yet, but we're doing this. We can help you.
Fun, man.
It's a scratch my back type of deal. You scratch mine, I scratch yours type of thing, and people love that shtick. It's a good thing. It was a good thing. really was.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah, we've been very busy, and then also with our full-time jobs.
Right. But so let's leave the past in the past for a moment and talk about today. My birthday.
His birthday.
Plug here.
Where's a pizza?
Yeah, where's my pizza cake, jerks?
He needs a pizza with like candles on it. Hello.
Anyway, my birthday happens to fall around my favorite time of the year, Halloween. Welcome to our Halloween special. What is that? So, what is your favorite like costume that you've ever done for Halloween?
Ooh, my favorite costume?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's rough. You know what? Last year.
I bet me too. You were creative, man. You were creative last year.
I did a Dick Van Dyke version of Mary Poppins, the chimney sweep guy.
He was Mary Poppins, yo.
With I'm Mary freaking Poppins, yo. But anyways, I actually took real burnt wood and smushed it all over my face after I took a shower, by the way.
Not the first time he's had wood on his face, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Right here.
See?
Right here. But yeah, I did that, and I tried to mimic as much as I could. My wife took some fabric and did like the scarf, and I sewed up a white t-shirt.
It was really cool.
It was really cool.
I did my...
It was a last minute thing, too.
Last year I was a version of the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
It was good. Yours was good.
Well, thank you.
I actually liked your version of it.
So yeah, that's what I did. I enjoyed it. Probably the best. I mean, next year, probably going to go with classic horror legends is my theme, hopefully for my birthday party. If I have one next year, I should legend this year.
Legends of...
I'm going to go with Leatherface, man. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm going to get real human skin on it now. But it's going to be cool.
Legends.
Yeah, so like you could be Jason, you could be Freddy Krueger, you could be Pinhead, you could be the Candyman, you could be...
How do you pull off a pinhead without actually piercing yourself?
Glue and...
I'm not gluing shit to my face, bro. That's the thing about...
Let's go back even further. Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, that other dude, the Invisible Man.
Kind of look like
Except I'm
Wolfman.
not going to pull off the Invisible Man. Bandages. That'd be freaking cool. Classic horror. That's the thing that they don't really talk about in horror anymore is the classic monsters, the universal monsters.
I'll just get... I'll just dress in woman's lingerie and pour pig blood all over my face and be Carrie.
Well, why would you be in lingerie though?
I don't know. That's not...
What you do is you do women's lingerie and be Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
What?
I'm just a sweet transvestite.
I'm sorry, but the play from last year...
Sexual.
I'm sorry.
Transylvania.
The TV show from last year really killed it.
Yeah, I did not love
I'm like, okay, I don't like this.
the live rendition that they did in 2016.
Yeah,
it was pretty
I
terrible.
don't like that. They were trying to like get off that popularity of Grease and like, oh, we're gonna go
Yeah, the live show thing
live
is kind
show
of...
on TV. Oh, this is
I think Broadway's doing fine without them trying to be like, hey, there's still a theater there.
Yeah.
It's doing well.
Yeah.
I just got a little really... It's doing well. It is, it's doing well.
I think that was my favorite costume so far because I put a lot of creativity in a short period.
Well, hopefully you do something really cool next year for Horror Legends.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
My other concept, oh boy, weird laugh. My other concept that I was going to do is like a weird, like, I was going to be Santa Claus, but have like knives on my hand and be Santa Claus, C-L-A-W-S. And then have everybody be like Halloween versions of the fairy tale creatures, like, not fairy tale, but holiday creatures, like the evil Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, Groundhog, Leprechaun, shout out Warwick Davis. Yeah, that was another idea. Maybe one year, I don't know. Alright, so that was, yeah, okay, so what is your favorite horror movie of all time?
I like the Jason series.
Jason, so Friday the 13th, was the first Friday the 13th your favorite Jason?
Yeah.
Psych! It was his mother that was the killer in the first one.
But no, like the Jason stuff.
Yeah, nah.
All the Jason stuff. Because it brings back memories when I was a kid. That's why.
That's cool.
I snuck out of my room when I was a kid to watch it. I think my dad was watching it on TV. And I snuck out of my room and was watching it, man. It scared the living shit out of me.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I went back to bed and had nightmares and shit. So.
Wow. I remember when Scream came out.
The other ones I did, the other one I don't, and I hated Jason X. I wasn't a big Jason X.
I love Jason X. Because it's so bad that it's good.
Man,
That's the thing, man. There's that category of horror that it's so terrible that I love it. I don't know. But,
cheesy.
let's go ahead and give a shout out. The World of Horror did lose a huge bucket of wind this year. Rest in peace, George Romero, the innovator of zombie horror. Land of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead.
I love Dawn of the Dead.
Oh my god.
Newer or old?
What, Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
I kind of like the new one, to be honest.
Yeah, they're stuck in the mall.
Yeah, Ving Rhames.
Reminded me of Dead Rising.
Yeah. Well, Dead Rising reminded you of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of it. Speaking of it, how great was that remake? Remake or original? Which tickled your fancy?
You know what? The original, just because. Here it is. The original, just because just because it's old school, but with the new school stuff and the jump scares.
Okay.
And the new one, it makes it like the new is so creepy.
So you like the original better because the new one's creepy?
No, I like the new one.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. The new one
like the new
is better. The new one took everything great. Because there was nothing really not great about the original except that it was a movie made for TV. It was a miniseries. So you had all these terrible cuts for commercials that they didn't cut out or re-edit for the movie version, like the take home. So that stopped me from being scared or creeped out. Because it was like, oh, what, a commercial? Oh no, I'm still in the movie. And then it was super long because it was 2 whole miniseries put together, 2 episodes. And I don't know, man. But there was a great cast. I mean, John Ritter, Tim Curry was in the original. And I know people were creeped out by it. Years later, how many ever years later we are now, it doesn't hold up as scary.
Yeah.
You know? So
no.
This is
the
why
new one is creepy, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the actor that played that character.
I'm not sure his first name. His last name's Skarsgård.
But he was creepy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think.
Like, how you doing, Georgie? Would you like your boat back, Georgie?
We all float down here.
Just take it. Come on, just take it.
So,
that's creepy as hell.
And it took what was creepy about the original and made it more creepy now. And this is why I advocate for great movies shouldn't necessarily be remade, but not rebooted, but remade. That's what should happen. It should be remade. And it could be even frame for frame the same as the original, but updated for the time we live in now. And I think that's what happened here. They took all the points like that weren't really made clear in the first movie and made it better. Like his nest, the kids actually floating, it was all really, really well done. They really didn't harp too much on that light thing that I don't care for. And when in the original, when Pennywise turns into a spider, they paid homage to it, but they didn't take you out of the movie and actually make it turn into a spider. I didn't like that about the original. I'm like, oh, that's not scary. It's stupid.
That was actually a spider. I thought it was more like claws, like
it seemed like a crab. It was like a giant crab spider thing. So in this movie, at one point, it's his big claws. He was like, and that was cool. Can I give a rating on this just real quick?
I don't know. You're actually doing a review right now, so yeah. What would you do out of 10?
Man, factoring in, like if this is just a movie by itself and it hadn't been an original film originally, I'd give it an 8, all right? But because it does so much justice and improves upon the original, it's a 9 for me. Because, dude, it's 3 days later, and I'm still like, in my head, I'm like, we all float down here. And I'm just reliving the movie. I didn't know, 3 days later, right now, I like it more than I liked it the day I watched it. I want to see it again. when I want to watch a movie again within the next couple of days, that's how you know I like it. You know I don't watch movies over and over.
He doesn't. He pours the shit out of me.
So, for me, it was a 9. It was good. And it will be coming out again in a year or two with a chapter 2.
So what was your favorite movie? Halloween movie, of course.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. There's a few, if I may. I like to say there's different genres.
What's your
No.
favorite? Come on, all time.
There's
you
2.
Can't pick more than one.
I'm going to give you 2.
Okay.
All right? Because it's a close tie. There's one that's so incredibly epic. Stanley Kubrick. Now most of you already probably know the movie. It was the director. There's 2 things that you got to watch going into this movie. Don't get mad. This is about to be a thing. I'm about to speak here. Okay, so Stanley Kubrick is the director of a movie starring Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, and some little kid. 2 very scary twins. This movie is called The Shining. Probably my all-time favorite movie in the genre of horror. That is not necessarily what makes this movie great. Aside from great directing, awesome acting, and just a great story altogether, there's more to this. If you're going to watch The Shining, you have to watch a movie. Pretty sure. Let me go ahead and look it up on my phone right now, just to make sure that I have the numbers right. And I should, as a fan, know this. Yes. It's called Room 237. You have to watch this film. It's a documentary, and it gives you all the hidden gems of The Shining. There's so much more that goes into this movie than just a horror movie. I'm not going to waste your time with everything that there is, but some of the things that are hidden within the movie itself through imagery and certain subliminal suggestion is that Stanley Kubrick, the director, may or may not have been commissioned to film the fake moon landing. So that you laugh, but it's
Really?
Oh no, I'm dead serious, dead serious. Without a doubt, I'm not going to go into it, but if that's not enticing enough, it should be. Check out Room 237, a documentary explaining everything you could possibly want to know about The Shining. Now, modern day, my absolute favorite horror movie that is becoming a series, and I'm just so in love with it and can't get enough of it, is The Conjuring. There's something to be said about movies, not just movies, but scary things that you can't see. That's why the paranormal, like ghosts, demons, and all that, make for good horror, because they're friggin' scary. You can't see it. You know what I mean? It's about the unexplained, the unseeable, the unobtainable. Like, then you, of course, you have your classic jump scares.
Yes.
I love those. But you know, I don't know. That to me is what makes a great horror movie, is the stuff that you can't see. That's the scariest. So, Paranormal Activity, before I found out that it was fake, when I still had that illusion that, oh man, this is like a real home video, scared the shit out of me, dude. I'm hiding under a blanket watching this movie, damn near crying. My mom's like laughing at me. And then at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, that was fake. Yeah, they do a really horrible ending. But for most of the movie, I'm scared shitless. So The Conjuring is my favorite modern day horror movie. And then The Shining is of all time. What about you? You're the Jason's guy, huh?
Yeah.
Still holding up to you today.
Yep.
Would you say that you're like, you don't really go out of your way to watch horror movies, though?
It's because I fell out of love with them, to be honest. Right. Just because we went from scary to now just gore and just gross.
Right, which is a terrible misconception, because horror movie isn't gore necessarily anymore. It
used to be.
Well, back
it used to be. That's all you saw was just nothing but disgusting and gross and gore and blech.
Even at horrors like Inception,
and it wasn't scary. It was just like, oh, that's just someone's head popping off.
There were, during the 60s and 70s, when horror was like on a rise, there was still like these really nasty, gory, like almost like snuff films, and they were like those hidden movies that like the one guy in town has in his like basement, and you're like, oh man, we got to go watch this movie, but you can only get that connect, and it's really gross and it's like a nasty film. But then they became kind of mainstream in the 90s, like in the 2000s with Hostel 2 is great, but they're disgusting to watch.
Yeah.
That to me it is gore. It's not horror. It's only scary because it's hard to look at. But to me, something horror has to be legitimately scary. It has to play on legitimate fears, and it has to, on some level, it don't have to, but another version of scary, like the movie It, just plain creeps you out.
Yeah, that was classic. That's what I liked.
So like
That's what I liked.
Yeah, even movies about
I just don't
pedophiles can be scary.
The stupid like D-list movies and that think they're A-list movies where they're like, oh well, we gotta like completely melt someone's face off, or like just that stupid gross bleh, it doesn't need to be in this type of genre. You know what I'm saying? It's dumb. It's just
you haven't seen The Conjuring yet. So personally, I want to try to change your mind. I would bring you into my world, or hey, famous Freddy Krueger quote, "Welcome to my world, bitch." I want to bring you into my world, man. I want you to see what I see. And if you don't like it, you don't have to. See, I just watched that Happy Death Day yesterday. I've been looking forward to seeing. I'm like, oh, it's Groundhog's Day, but horror. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, it was terrible. No movie that has the Groundhog's Day concept since Groundhog's Day has been good. Even that Tom Cruise one where it's futuristic.
Or the
warfare.
new Netflix one, Naked.
It's not great. It's okay, but it's not good either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you want to segue into our Dreamcast?
In the immortal words of Martin Luther King, I have a dream. Cast. Yes. So I think we're going to go ahead and, if it's okay, if it's not too presumptuous, can we use my favorite movie?
Yes.
So The Shining?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's your, let's start with child actor. Who's your child actor?
See, I don't really have one, only because this is tough. Who would I choose? My go-to kid actor is Gatton Matrazzo, who plays Dustin, okay?
I think we did like, what, 4 of these now, and I think Gatton Matrazzo's in like at least 2.
Yeah, he's in half. I would choose him. However, now...
the kid from It?
Yeah, that'd be okay.
Yeah, he was cool.
Or like the younger brother, maybe? George, the one who dies in the beginning.
Georgie?
Because here's the thing. The kids from Stranger Things, now this season, a year later, yeah, they're definitely clearly older. So...
Yeah.
By the way, just started watching Stranger Things season 2. Pretty good. Way more interesting and entertaining than the first season. I'm only halfway through.
Okay. So who's playing the Shelley Long character?
Shelley Duvall. Shelley Long is the chick from Cheers, sir.
My bad.
No, it's okay. That's a great show.
They look the same. They both look the same.
Similar, but one has blonde hair.
Same.
Let's just say that Shelley Long has blonde hair and nice teeth.
They look like they could be sisters.
Shelley Duvall has some jacked up teeth.
Yeah.
Let's just say. But she was,
Same.
She was pretty on 70s standards. Wow. Well, I'm just saying. She was in the movie, right? So I'm going to go with... It wasn't necessarily for me like who looks the part. It was who is an actor that has depth, that can go from being like, oh, I'm a regular caring mom, to being like out of her mind and straight up scared of everything around her, scared for her son, and then panicked about her abusive husband who's losing his mind, who has that depth. And I thought of somebody who was in the movie Monster. I mean, she transformed her image and her demeanor and everything. Charlize Theron. All right, she was in the movie Monster. She was. You've seen it.
She was in Snow White and the Huntsman.
That was
her.
Julia Roberts.
No, Snow White and the Huntsman.
Oh, that was Mirror Mirror. I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Starring Martin Klebba. Okay. She was also in Aeon Flux back in the day. She's in Atomic Blonde right now. Awesome lesbian scene, just saying. Yeah, so that's my pick for her. She's just a great actress.
Yes, she is. She's really good.
She's pretty too, and she has depth, man. And that's what I need. I need an actor with.
So how are we doing the Jack Nicholson role?
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Who's gonna do that?
Well, I'm going to say one of his previous co-stars from the movie Departed. Once again, this is an actor that has to be incredibly talented. I got to believe that he's crazy. And not like Jim Carrey current crazy, like legit just like going out of your mind gradually. So we're going to go with the extremely talented Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yo, if he pulls off the Joker, your pick for him will be amazing.
Oh yeah, because then he's like just killing Jack Nicholson remakes.
Yeah, that's true.
So Stanley Kubrick was the director. I
Who do we have to direct this one? Yeah, we didn't really talk about that.
You know, I'm gonna have to just bottom line this. If you're gonna have Leo,
J.J. Abrams.
Shit, you just changed my mind. I was gonna say if you have Leo, you might as well have Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, that's true. But you're right.
J.J. Abrams has a knack for taking the old and making it great.
Do you know they just signed him to do
episode 9 of Star Wars? Yeah. All right, J.J. Abrams, you sold me.
Oh, really?
He
can't really unseat Scorsese. He's like...
But you know what? You got to bring something new to it. Scorsese isn't really a rebooter. He's an originator.
Yeah.
So...
He's no longer Departed.
Sir, if I ever have a kid, you'll be the Godfather. Huh? What? So you're laughing. It's funny you're struggling to think of another Scorsese movie.
No, because you're wrong on the Godfather.
No?
That was Francis
Coppola.
Coppola.
Oh, I'm a dick.
I'm
a dick.
That's okay.
But I never seen The Godfather, so you gotta forgive me.
Can't call yourself a movie guy if you haven't saw it. You have to see The Godfather. You have to see that.
What sucks is I know he won't do it. He won't cut out the fact that I'm wrong. He's gonna want to gloat that all of you get to see that I'm wrong about a movie.
No,
he's not gonna cut it.
He's human.
To err is human, and to err is me.
Yes,
because I am human.
So who would be a write-in for? If Leo couldn't do this part, man, like say, oh my God, he's just so bogged up with the Joker thing. Who can we do as a backup here, you know?
And I think I know where you're going with this. And if you want a guy that's going to go crazy like Jack Nicholson in this scene right here, check this out. Shelley Duvall comes into the bar and she's like, oh my God, our kid, I'm freaking out. And then he goes, are you out of your fucking mind? Are you thinking Kevin Spacey?
Yes.
Like when Kevin Spacey was Lex Luthor in Superman Returns, and he's all like, wrong! Loving it. Love Kevin Spacey, dude. And he's incredibly talented, man. I mean, go ahead. You can just talk about him. I bet you can.
What, Spacey?
Yeah. Talk
you
about
gotta watch
Radius.
You gotta watch House of Cards. That's a great show.
Just watch YouTube videos of him doing impressions.
Oh man, his impressions are great. His impressions are hilarious.
I think he's one of these actors that needs to get more content out there. Just to showcase everything he has. He has so much to offer.
You know, a lot of people think he's crazy, like he's from K-Pax or something.
K-Pax was a good movie. Yeah. Well, he to me is, when I'm thinking of a dream cast, he's one of the usual suspects. Kaiser Sose, usual suspects. Did you like that? That was freaking good.
That was good. That was really good.
He's always my choice when Superman returns.
Well, you know, if he does his part, he's going to have to pay it forward.
Indeed he will.
Okay, we got to stop. That's our dream.
I was struggling.
That's our Dreamcast. That's our show for tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, that's our show for tonight. I hope you guys liked it. So what do you guys have to do now?
Well, if they liked it, what should they do? They should like it. You should share it. You should subscribe to it. I'm spitting all over the place with my S's. And on Facebook, you should follow us and click see first for all things wicked.
Blah, blah.
Blam.